History and origins of Vedic astrology. The origins of Vedic astrology go back to the depths of ancient India and the oldest texts of the Vedic period. The period when the Rig Veda was written, in the 1500s BC, is the time when the first seeds of this ancient branch of science were sown. Rig Veda is full of information to understand the effects of celestial events and celestial bodies on human life and forms the basis of Vedic astrology. Fundamentals of Rig Veda and Vedic astrology. Rig Veda is one of the cornerstones of Vedic astrology, and in these texts planets and stars are depicted and worshipped as sacred beings. During this period, the belief that celestial bodies were associated with divine powers and that these powers could influence the fate of people was widespread. The hymns in the Rig Veda emphasize that the movements of the celestial bodies should be followed carefully and that these movements should be in harmony with the rituals too. Vedic period and Jyotisha Vedanga. During the Vedic period, texts such as the Jyotisha Vedanga contain astrological calculations on such matters as the measurement of time and the organization of the calendar. Jyotisha Vedanga is considered one of the 6 subsidiary sciences of the Vedas and deals with the observation of celestial bodies to determine the correct times for Vedic rituals. Jyotisha Vedanga. Jyotisha Vedanga emerged as a sub-branch of Vedic astrology and was used for measurement of time, regulation of the calendar, and astrological calculations. In the 1st century AD, Jyotisha Vedanga is considered one of the most important texts of the Vedic period and developed as a sub-branch of Vedic astrology. Jyotisha Vedanga has been a fundamental source for the measurement of time, regulation of the calendar, and astrological calculations. 1. This text was written specifically to provide calendar information necessary for the correct timing of Vedic rites. Content and importance of Jyotisha Vedanga. Jyotisha Vedanga involves mathematical methods used to calculate parts of the year, month, and day by tracking the movements of celestial bodies. These calculations play a critical role in the timing of religious ceremonies and festivals too. The text also presents a calendar system based on observations to determine specific periods of time necessary for the practice of Vedic rituals. The author of Jyotisha Vedanga is traditionally known as Laghada, and the text is thought to date back to a tradition dating back to 700 to 600 BC. The content of the text reflects the astronomical knowledge of the Vedic period as well as how this knowledge was integrated into ritual practices. Jyotisha Vedanga played a central role in the scientific and religious life of the Vedic period. It is of great historical and cultural importance as a fundamental source for the measurement of time, calendar organization, and astrological calculations. It is a key text in preserving and transmitting astrological and calendar information from the Vedic period to the present day. 5th to 6th centuries AD, during this period, important astrological works such as Surya Siddhanta were written. These texts contain calculations based on observations of the sky and mathematical models of planetary motions. Vedic astrology has developed over time and become a complex system and an integral part of Indian culture. Even today, this ancient wisdom continues to play an important role in shaping people's lives. Surya Siddhanta and astrological developments. In the 5th and 6th centuries AD, Vedic astrology developed further with the writing of important astrological works such as Surya Siddhanta. These texts contain calculations based on celestial observations and mathematical models of planetary movements and strengthen the mathematical and observational aspect of Vedic astrology. Vedic astrology has a rich history that began in ancient India and evolved over the centuries. This branch of science, which extends from the Rig Veda to Surya Siddhanta, has been used to understand the effects of the movements of celestial bodies on human life and to determine the correct times for rituals. Even today, this ancient wisdom continues to live on in modern astrology practices and cultural rituals. 1500 BC Rig Veda, the foundations of Vedic astrology were laid in the Rig Veda. In these texts, planets and stars are depicted as gods and worshipped. Vedic texts such as Yajurveda and Samaveda, dating back to 700 BC, are works in which astrological knowledge is further deepened and expanded. Yajurveda is derived from the words yajus, sacrificial formula, and Veda, knowledge, and includes the mantras, songs, and procedures used in the rituals and ceremonies of the Vedic period 1. In these texts, it is stated that celestial events and celestial bodies are directly associated with rituals and are used as a basis for measuring time and organizing the calendar. Role of Yajurveda. Yajurveda has compiled mantras and prayers that are recited especially during sacrificial rites. These prayers and mantras emphasize the importance of living in harmony with nature, performing duties with devotion, and seeking spiritual enlightenment. Additionally, the mantras in these texts are believed to carry sacred and deep spiritual meanings and invoke divine blessings. Importance of Samaveda. Samaveda, on the other hand, is particularly associated with music and songs and includes melodies used in Vedic rituals. These texts reflect the importance of universal order and rituals in sync with natural events and the movements of celestial bodies. The Samaveda reveals that celestial events and the positions of the stars are critical to the timing of rituals, and accurate determination of these timings plays a central role in the Vedic belief system. Yajurveda and Samaveda provide rich information about the socio-cultural and religious life of the Vedic period. In addition to information about astrology, these texts are also important sources for practical applications such as measuring time and organizing rituals. The contribution of these texts to the development of Vedic astrology is still felt in the religious and cultural rituals of India today. Atharvaveda. In Atharvaveda, astrological concepts are further developed and detailed. This text contains astrological information about the treatment and prevention methods of diseases. Around 500 BC, the Atharvaveda holds a special place among the Vedic texts and further developed and elaborated astrological concepts. Unlike the concept of Ittarayi Vidya, triple wisdom, contained in Atharvaveda, Rig Veda, Yajurveda and Samaveda, it represents more the public aspect of Vedic culture and religion. 1. This text contains spells for the cure of various diseases, spells for the exorcism of demons, love spells, and speculative hymns about universal powers. It also contains materials related to Agaya, domestic rituals such as marriage, initiation, and death. Content and importance of Atharvaveda. Atharvaveda has a rich content, especially on spells related to health and healing. These spells contain astrological information about the treatment and prevention of diseases, and this information provides a deep understanding of the causes and treatments of diseases. Spells in Atharvaveda cover not only the physical but also the spiritual and energetic dimensions of diseases, and therefore treatment methods often include spiritual and energetic interventions. The content of Atharvaveda also contributes to the understanding of the universal order and natural forces. The spells and hymns in the text reflect the broader context of the universe and human life, and within this context, astrological concepts are associated with cosmic forces that affect people's daily lives and health. Atharvaveda made significant contributions to the development of astrological knowledge of the Vedic period. The text attracts attention with its deep astrological information about the treatment of diseases and prevention methods, and this information continues to have an impact on the religious and cultural practices of India from the Vedic period to the present day. The content of Atharvaveda also allows astrological concepts to be evaluated from a broader perspective, contributing to the understanding of universal order and natural forces. 3. Basic principles and philosophy. Explanations of basic concepts such as karma, dharma, reincarnation, and cosmic order. The concepts of karma, dharma, reincarnation, and cosmic order, which are the cornerstones of Vedic philosophy, help the individual deeply understand his relationship with the universe and the meaning of life. These concepts are critical to understanding the order of individual and social life. Karma means action or doing in Sanskrit and is a principle of causality that states that every action has a consequence. The law of karma suggests that a person's actions, good or bad, will shape their future life. This is a central concept in Indian philosophy and helps an individual make sense of events in his or her life. For example, compassion and helpfulness a person shows towards others may have positive karmic consequences in the future, while harmful behavior may lead to negative consequences. The concept of karma has also been examined at the social level. The relationship between society's general moral understanding and individuals' actions reveals the social dimension of the law of karma. Psychological research addresses the impact of the understanding of karma on an individual's behavior and its relationship with personal development. It focuses on how an individual's actions can shape their future experiences through self-fulfilling prophecies. When a person spends time and resources to help others, this often leads to gaining a positive reputation in society and establishing good relationships among people. This can be seen as a practical application of the law of karma. In a society, leaders who exhibit fair and equal behavior generally contribute to the creation of a more peaceful and harmonious social structure. This reflects the positive consequences of the law of karma at the social level. Karma has a wide range of effects where an individual's actions affect not only himself but also his environment and society. Academic studies continue to examine these effects of the law of karma in depth through various disciplines. These studies expand the understanding and application of the concept of karma and help individuals make better sense of the events in their lives. Dharma means to support or to carry in Sanskrit and represents the order, justice, and righteous way of living of the universe. Each individual has his or her own dharma, svadharma, which refers to behavior appropriate to one's role in society and purpose in life. When one steps outside of dharma, karmic consequences occur, which can affect the spiritual development of the individual. For example, a leader's dharma may include fair and equal behavior, and these behaviors promote harmony and justice in society. Violation of dharma can have karmic consequences. These consequences may affect the individual's spiritual development positively or negatively. Academic literature discusses how these outcomes can shape an individual's future lives. The concept of dharma plays an important role in ethical and moral decision-making processes. There are studies on how individuals' decisions reflect and affect the general moral understanding of society. A doctor's dharma requires compassion and care towards his patients. When he fulfills this responsibility, the doctor contributes to his own spiritual development and gains trust and respect in the society. A teacher's dharma is to impart knowledge and values to students. Teachers who fulfill this duty raise generations that shape the future of society, and this has wide karmic consequences. Dharma has a profound impact on an individual's decisions and actions in life, and the consequences of these actions are evaluated within the framework of karmic laws. Academic studies continue to examine the relationship between dharma and karmic consequences through various disciplines, and these studies help individuals make better sense of the events in their lives. Reincarnation is the belief that the soul is incarnated and born again and again in the cycle of life and death. This process is necessary for the soul to evolve and reach cosmic levels of consciousness. Experiences brought from past lives can influence current life's behaviors and choices. The belief in reincarnation has a long history in different cultures and religions. Reincarnation has also been discussed philosophically and evaluated by various philosophers. Individuals may have experiences that they claim are memories from their past lives. Such claims are presented as concrete examples supporting the belief in reincarnation. The belief in reincarnation has affected the lifestyle and traditions in some cultures. For example, in India, the belief in reincarnation is intertwined with concepts such as dharma and karma and shapes the social structure. Studies on reincarnation examine in detail the origins of this belief, its philosophical foundations, and its effects on individuals. These studies help us better understand the potential impact of belief in reincarnation on human behavior and preferences. Cosmic order refers to the belief that the universe has an orderly and harmonious structure and that everything serves a purpose. This pattern is reflected from the movements of stars, planets, and other celestial bodies and is associated with astrological calculations. The concept of cosmic order also has an important place in Montessori education and helps children understand their roles and responsibilities as a part of the universe. It is emphasized in Montessori's understanding of cosmic education that every being in the universe is connected to each other by a mutual relationship, and therefore every being has a responsibility. 1. Cosmic education includes a wide educational program that starts with children getting to know their immediate environment and extends to their exploration of the solar system and beyond. 1. This educational approach considers the role of the world, cosmos, and humans, history, civilizations, and cultures with a holistic vision. Academic examination of the cosmic order is important for understanding the structural features of the universe and the reflections of these structures in human life. For example, cosmic educational materials discuss the world and humans from different perspectives such as biology, geography, and history, as well as geographical features. These materials enable children to better understand universal connections and their own place. These 4 concepts help the individual deeply understand his relationship with the universe and the meaning of the events in his life. Karma and Dharma emphasize the importance of the individual's actions and life path, while reincarnation and cosmic order provide an understanding of the individual's place and role in the broader context of the universe. Academic resources provide in-depth information in the understanding and interpretation of these concepts and allow us to better understand the effects of these concepts on individual and social life.